Awaken Cohort.
And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. I'm Press Plus One. I'm Rear Admiral Mirak of the Dreadnought GCS Chromaticon, with our supporting Dreadnought of the GCS Serpenticon. And if we can get another Icon Dreadnought, I would be very happy. I think I've made that joke already, probably in the last episode or so, but it's still a fairly good one. So recently we have been trying to cut off the Klingon Star Empire away from their friends up here with Lyrans, and also, further the influence of the Flower. And in order to do that, we're currently invading the tile of 4-8 because it contains a starbase that we would like to steal. So we're going to move off from the tile, take a mission, and a straight up patrol to begin before we move back on in order to hopefully grab that tile. The goal, of course, will be to secure a nice little landing zone and maybe push a little bit further on just in order to allow us to have that tile firmly held. The more star bases and planets we have in this area of space, the more influence we have, and, well, the better things will work out for us. We'll have more economy, which will allow us to build bigger ships faster, and also push back on their influence, which will not allow them, hopefully, to build super battleships. But then I remember back to our recent stream campaign as the Federation versus the Klingons, which we won, I might add. We just ran into an outright crazy amount of super battleships, even in the death throes of the Empire itself. So maybe that won't actually be affected, but we'll find out. Okay, off in the distance, we have a single light cruiser, a lovely target for 2 dreadnoughts. This is exactly what you should put all of your dreadnought forces towards, hunting down random light cruisers and the occasional freighter. After all, you never know quite what they're actually carrying. Increases speed time. Oh, he has a friend. It's a heavy cruiser. What sort of heavy cruiser are we actually dealing with? It's a DDWX. Okay, so you're a drone cruiser. Fire on my command. We're just going to line this guy up and basically run him right the heck on over. What are you? You're D5X. Okay, so you actually are fairly nice. I mean, you are D5 in general, plus the X upgrade to all your phasers will make you fairly dangerous. But at the end of the day, you're still just a light cruiser. You're a fairly powerful light cruiser. I do gotta give you credit for that. You got 4 missile launchers, but I'm going to focus on the DDW. It is a slightly more powerful, more equipped version of the vessel. We'll slow down, prepare for the grab. Grabification. Plasma torpedoes away. Oh, just so much death is about to engulf him. And done. Okay, lovely. Next target is a D5DX. I'm going to turn into my friend. That way we're hopefully covering each other. Also, because he's got a big shield penetration, which I do not want him to continue to orbit in this direction. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of speed. How much power do I got? Oh, loads. Loads and 4 days. The only concern that I have is, of course, firing my phasers when he has 4 missiles. We'll prepare our tractors for point defense, just in case he gets any funny ideas. Hi. Yes, I'm going to spread my phasers now. That'll weaken you pretty severely on this turn. So as long as he keeps this orbit, he's going to have a bad day. A little bit more phaser firepower coming from the aft end. And he opened fire on my buddy. Is there anything I can do? Not really, actually. I'm just not in a position to do anything about it. We got to reverse this turn. Let's pull back around to the other direction, see if we can't pull away that weakened shield. I do hope that he can actually take it, because that's going to be an interesting problem for him to deal with. Oh good, his phasers were more than capable. I need to get that side away from the enemy. In order to do that, I'm going to cut this turn back and dude, make a starboard turn. Come on, just pull that side away from the enemy. Let's be smart about this. No, he's going to be incredibly stupid about it. Well, that is unfortunate. Slow down a little bit so we can start getting a little bit of an angle. There he goes. He's reversed his turn as he tries to come back in on me. And I'm about to come in on you with some phasers. So the Doubt Slayer is, of course, our target. Get a little bit of fire through. Oh, we penetrated. So we do have a penetration already. And you know what? I can stop you. Aha! That's going to stop you. Lovely. And you see, the most important thing of what we just did is we've sniped that. And our real plasma torpedoes are about to become uncovered. Hi. That was your first and, well, frankly, your last mistake. In a moment of panic, he ditched the wild weasel far too soon, perfectly timed for us to roast him. I'm very happy with how that one actually went out. I mean, he actually had the Serpenticon in a pretty rough spot. I mean, the Serpenticon cannot turn with that, but you've got 2 dreadnoughts working together. Eventually, we will get an angle on you. Tile taken, lovely, and let's hop over onto this starbase. We're hoping to take it intact, and we will be able to, if holding action actually gives you credit for winning the mission. I'm not really sure about that. So if not, then we may have to attack this again, but if it does... Oh, wow. Asteroids right in front of us. We have no friends. How many enemies are we dealing with? We've got an HD-5, a heavy cruiser, another heavy cruiser, another heavy... We don't want to fight this. Oh, that's a really, really bad thing. So we're going to have to kick up the power to full power. Well, the speed to full power. We're not even going to bother with the weapons. So raise screens, and that's all I want from you. Other than that, I want you to reinforce shields and prepare to flee. The only problem with doing that, well, actually no, that'll be fine, because as long as we don't kill the target, then the moment we scan the information from the listening post, the mission ends. Okay, so that's our goal. We of course need to just run along at maximum speed and hope that he keeps up as much as possible. And if we can get in close to the... not you or you, but you. If we can get close to the listening post, which is way off over there, then we're golden. So we're not even going to bother fighting this one because it's just too much firepower. This many heavy cruisers, I mean, yeah, DWD, DXD... D6 and EDW, but there's enough of them. That's the problem. We're just going to blast our way through this light cruiser. I mean, I'd shoot him, but I turned off my weapon so I could move faster. I figured that was just a little bit more important. 6 points of power to the electronic countermeasure. I think that's a perfectly acceptable thing to attempt to do as we start to take fire from all directions. Sounds like they actually managed to accidentally hit one of the asteroids. That's lovely. I need you to keep up, or at least not engage. Them's the rules, my friend. Friendo, buddy, pal. Go stealth. I could order it. I don't think it would do anything, but I could order it. So we're about to get shot at, and none of our phasers are ready, but that is the price we were willing to pay to pull on through. Did one of our phasers just go down? I hope not. Oh god, not that. That is what I want. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Repairs. Repair the engines. I need them at full power. And I could double bind, but I don't want the Serpenticon to get into too much trouble. The Serpenticon is about to get into a lot of trouble. Because, yes, he decided he wanted to crash stop in the face of a scatter pack. Oh, you can't run them all. If we can get close enough to this thing in time, we'll be fine. The trick is, of course, to get here, because if we don't, then the Serpenticon's in a bad spot. He's about to get swarmed by 4 heavy cruisers. That's not a place that any Dreadnought wants to be. Not even a heavy Dreadnought like him with 14 Phaser 1s. Although we have well and truly made it into the X era, so perhaps we should be looking at something a little bit different. Maybe something in the X-type heavy cruiser line, although those might not actually be out just yet. The capital X's are. I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot of little X refits, though. Reading data, and mission complete. Data transfer complete. Alright, that should end the mission now. Before the Serpenticon can take any significant amount of damage, we have successfully spied on the enemy, gotten the listening post, and left. We took a little bit of damage, but hey, that's the price of doing business. 350 prestige was our reward. The Klingons are preparing an ambush soon, and we've taken the towel. We're going to pop down over here immediately, see if we can't grab this one, and that will basically protect that tile from being invaded, and thus we have extended the flower, our first little leaf. Alright, let's prepare to attack. He is a single heavy cruiser. Is it just a singleton? No, he's got a buddy. Alright, what sort of heavy... make sure overload the weapons, thank you. According to the fleet screen, we're dealing with a D7N and a DWL. You might be a Mauler, but in any case, you're a triple nacelle D5, so I don't really care all that much. Instead, we're going to focus mostly on you. And in order to do that, we're of course going to prepare all the systems with which we need to rattle his battle. And maximum, well, 4 points of ECM, 2 points of electronic countermeasure. And the reason why I do that is because 4 points of electronic countermeasure is the least amount of power that you need in order to get a attack shift of 2. Or a defense shift of 2, I'm sorry. The defense shift of 2 is pretty much the highest thing you can get to without going full evasive maneuvers and 6 points of electronic countermeasure. So you're not going to get up to 9 points of power. Oh, they got another one. You are also DWD. I don't really care. I care about him first. So because of that, it kind of just makes sense to only use the 4 to begin with unless you're really starting to challenge somebody. He only needs 1 point of power to bring us from a 2 to a 1, but he needs to invest a lot of power to completely eliminate our defense shift at all. As you can see right now, he is actually putting in the right power. And we counter that by going 2 points of ECCM. Now, theoretically, he can still get by us and get up to 2 pips of 2 levels of attack shift on us. But that's only if he's willing to invest 6 points of power into it, which is a pretty absurd amount of power to have to invest into a single thing. So we're going to do our classic maneuver. We're going to basically run into him, tractor beam him, and then just fire everything that we have right on into him. That should hopefully kill him. And then we can maneuver on to the 2 other heavy cruisers. They are smaller heavy cruisers from what I view them as. After all, they are DWLs and the DWD, that's it. So I think one of you actually is a Mauler. I forget which one, but I do think that is the case. You are equipped with a fairly ridiculous amount of phaser X's, although, to be fair, 4 of them only shoot backwards. And grabbed. And fire. So you're dead. Probably. His shuttle bay is out, so we're okay with that one. Yep, there he goes. So the first target has been eliminated, and let's see what you got. Oh good, no, you're just a missile launcher. I would order a follow-up probe on multiple locations, but I don't think I have that kind of control of the AI. I'd have to hop over to the other ship. I do want to engage basically one person. So I'm going to smash through them. Yeah, I want to smash the DWD first, because his drones will be a greater problem for our phasers. Yeah, that does mean we're going to have to take quite a bit of disruptor fire from the other one, but I feel that is a reasonable trade-off. So our phasers are ready to rock. Oh, if he's going to put a hole in it, we're going to follow up. So we're going to set our tractors for point defense, and he's going to immediately... Ooh, that was actually fairly good of him. Although us moving together, supporting each other, it actually proved to reduce that salvo fairly considerably. We actually managed to get a free hit on in. I don't want to continue that turn off to starboard. I do want to continue to try and turn away to bring that defense away. And he is rushing out at speed, so we should be able to bring our defenses around in a good position. Although his stern defenses are getting a little bit light. The Deed Slayer is much closer than I'd like him to be, and I could probably force him away with another plasma torpedo shot. But I think I want to save that for the DWD, unless he's just ripping through at maximum speed, which it does appear he is doing, up to 19.7 and accelerating. I could grab you. I mean, we're getting close to that point, and you are hanging nice and close to me. So let's charge this up, because this may be a quick pickup on the Deed Slayer, although you're a little bit too close to me for comfort. Alright, we managed to immediately snipe those off, and fire your plasma torpedoes, please. Because I don't want to fire right now, because... More plasma. There we go. You've got him held in a spell. And... Oh, that was a good hit on that one. Did you dump a wild weasel? He did. Sucks to be him. We're going to pop that real quick. I really would love to do a high energy turn just to take him, but I'm not sure I can manage that turn. We're going to ignore our buddy here for a little while, because he's going to be under the wild weasel for a little while longer. I am going to see if I can't get a good tractor beam hold on him, because I've got plasma torpedoes for days. Okay, that high energy turn should have canceled out the effect, so we could probably shoot him if we really wanted to, but I'd rather catch this guy, because if I can grab him, rotate him into my front arc, I can get a pretty significant amount of killing going on here. There we go. That's what we want. Now the plasma torpedo off in the distance. And tractor beam. We're good and centralized. Thank you. Alright, so he is down. Now just the DWL, who took a fairly significant pounding from the Serpentagon. If we can come around at a good angle, we can probably take him. It looks like he's been pretty badly damaged on this one. Although, maybe not. He is starting to accelerate once again. Open fire with the scatter pack on towards us. We do actually... Yeah, we do have enough firepower in order to take down enough of these for our tractor beams to get into range and work on that. Although that also means he doesn't have any defensive shuttles at the moment. Although I anticipate he will have something fixed up by the time we're actually within range of him. Which is why instead we're going to use our plasma torpedoes. They will be very effective. Alright, how much power do I have for free? I don't have loads. I normally have loads, but not this time. So let's shut off the emergency, or the counter tractor, so that we can actually start getting up towards him. Our plasma torpedoes are almost ready. So I'm going to sacrifice a point of power, start charging it. That way, once we get within range, we can just hold on to him and he will be dead. And we are probably just going to plow this mine. There's no reason not to. Plasma torpedoes. Ooh, only half of... Well, one of our plasma torpedoes wasn't ready. Stop rotating, please. There we go. Phasers. He's dead. Beautiful. Alright, so the Dreadnought Division continues to do their powerful work. So that was a heavy cruiser and 2 light cruisers. Not terrible. I mean, technically we should win that battle most of the days. Although, if I were on the other side of that, I'd probably feel really confident about taking them both on. Alright, so we have managed to push the flower pretty considerably. The enemy is being pushed back, and let's go... How much are you? Well, let's go poke in over here. We probably do need to return home sometime soon. After all, we're getting a little bit dented, and the Serpentagon 2 also is starting to show some damage. So we'll probably be heading home sometime soon, and we'll look to see if there's any sort of replacement vessels. We've got 2 heavy war destroyers basically right on top of us. However, we're being escorted today by HMS Majestic, who is a whole bunch of hellbores on a very small package. We also spawned in a relatively close position. Our plasma torpedoes will not be ready by the time that this engagement actually takes place, so let's prepare for full-on defensive maneuver, because the enemy is about to shove a whole bunch of fire towards us. We're a little bit slower than them because the AI gets to immediately react, and humans are a little bit arthritic compared to them. They have launched a couple of fighters each. This is indicative of the heavy war destroyer class in general across multiple factions. So that's not really anything special. Although, if the Majestic would like to turn in here, that wouldn't go awry. But again, if he also went in for all of these, he could probably kill most of them before, you know, anything really interesting could happen. So we're just going to trundle along in here. I'm perfectly happy to sort of stay at a nice slow speed and not really do anything. At least not until, you know, victory is assured. Okay, you've taken out the fighter. He's dead. And I want him dead. I desperately want him dead, but I don't have anything to kill him with. Yeah, my phasers are not yet ready. All of my current phasers only shoot backwards for actually fairly good reasons. This ship is not exactly nimble and or maneuverable. Taking a little bit of hits. You're an M2. I think I want to kill you more than I want to kill the M1, right? Yeah, just a little bit. Prepare the tractor beam. He's going to come right on top of me. The tractor beam will be useless. Phasers, return fire? No, not really. I still just don't have any phaser firepower at the moment. They're going to be right behind me. Oh, I didn't quite mean to do that, but that'll work out okay. Did I lose a shield? I can just continue to hold on to him and let him just lay into him quite heavily. So that works out okay. Small plasmas? There we go. A lot of plasma torpedo over our shoulder. That hit him quite nicely. You, on the other hand, have stopped the Calicos. Or Calicos? Not really sure. It doesn't really matter because he's within tractor beam range, and I'm going to hit him with a whole bunch of tractors. Oh, his defense shift went away. All weapons shit, please. Goodbye. Oh yes, he's the first one down. Lovely. We have one more plasma torpedo left to go, and this guy's already taken a pretty significant amount of damage. You have given up your plasma torpedo. Or not your plasma torpedo, but your defense from plasma torpedoes. Let's hope I have enough phasers to actually protect me here. One, I need a couple more. Just a few more. Thank you, friends, for coming in on top of me to, you know, guard my sides. So a nice flank coverage right there from our good friends in the Majestic, as we now pass through and just nail the... Oh, it's the Sword of Chaos. What an aggressive name for such a small ship. I just need a couple more hits. Just a few more hits. No, I don't have anything at the moment. Can I invite you to just fire whatever you happen to have? No, he's got nothing. He's firing as fast as he can, Captain. Alright, so we've managed to take them all out completely. Lovely. So we haven't actually ordered him to do anything, so he will not be broken. Which means that he will now go through and assault everybody as if he wants to. Of his own recognizance. Okay, we can shut off the shuttle bay. Or not the shuttle bay, the tractor support on this one. We'll just zip along through the convoy and kill everybody. Because they have come to us. And now we shall dive on top of them to annihilate all of them. Could possibly use just phasers here to kill this guy. He's already taken a little bit of damage. We're just going to rush on in as close as we possibly can. Once we run right on in, we'll be able to nail him with enough heavy firepower that he will die. Yes, the first one is dead. Next target. PT-3 actually probably would not be the worst thing to engage ever. I'm really tempted. Yeah, you know what? Just go kill whoever. I give you permission to duel with anybody you please. And you just have a couple of light phasers, so I can just get right up on top of you. And phasers into the back. Slow down, fire a single left-eye plasma torpedo. Hey, you did not respond in the way that I thought you would. Or actually, well, in the way that I had hoped you would. Mission complete. The convoy has been defeated. A successful mission by all the peoples of the Gorn Confederation, and of course our friends in the Hydran Confederation. Hydran Star Kingdom. Now that we're actually connected with them, I don't think that actually does anything, but I'm going to go with it from a roleplay perspective. So we have weakened this tile pretty considerably, and there's a planet right here we could continue to push through. Oh, we're in a fairly nice position. And let's push here. Potentially. We are just about out of time, but if it's a straight-up patrol, we can probably take it. Unless, it just goes completely awry and we run into, the universe, super battleships, and the like. Let's go say hi to the enemy, overload the systems, and prepare for full-on combat 4 and 2. And then we'll go for a Wild Weasel shuttle conversion and give me additional forward shield firepower. That will work out lovely. And a point of power into the tractor beam. Oh, it's a frigate. I thought there would be more. There might be a third vessel, but so far we're only looking at a pair of frigates. They are an E3R and an E4D. Yeah, these guys are not going to really need us to do anything special. We're just going to walk right up on top of them and blitz them with enough firepower to make them wonder where exactly the sun used to be. You, on the other hand, are a heavy cruiser. Ooh, you are much more important. You're a DWV. I might be able to kill you with just phaser power, but I can't really just order only phasers. Ugh, that's unfortunate, actually. It's very unfortunate. However, maybe the right mix of plasma will do it. 4 is the light plasmas. Okay, lovely. Oh, did we reset that for no apparent reason again? I love it when that happens. When suddenly your tractor beam decides it doesn't want to actually be on. Shoot Frilly, now that he's in your rack arc. Thank you. Okay, so the first one's dead, and you still have most of your plasma. The second one appears to be a bit of a carrier, and that's a bit of a problem. Lock only my target, please. Prepare the tractor beam, because I actually need it this time, because this is going to have to be close, as he's traveling quite quickly, although most of my plasma torpedoes are ready to rock and or roll. So give me the angle, give me the shots. And grabbed. And phasers, there we go. Got him, and onto you. Oh, tractors. That is more than I can handle at the moment. Shoot it, re. There we go. Okay, we got this mostly handled at this point. The heavy cruiser could have been dangerous. I mean, a lot of fighters is dangerous to a Gorn Dreadnought, because we don't have much in the way of being able to handle that, although he's basically a slightly larger than usual fighter. He does have a fairly significant missile armament. 4 missiles? On a vessel that size? Impressive, to say the least. I managed to nail him quite a few times. I think we mostly have him. I was hoping that he would have shot there, but apparently not. Could send over a boarding party. We're not going to bother. Let's just increase the speed of time and get this over with. Thank you. Lovely. So Heavy Cruiser and his gunboat escorts were no match for the Dreadnoughts. As one might expect, if I'm completely honest. Alright, so another little bit of prestige, another little bit of morale, I suppose. Pushing forward into enemy territory. 226 prestige is our reward, and a neutralized tile, so he's basically off on his own, and he's down to an Empire Defensive 4. Things could be going our way soon and quickly. Anyway, I've been Mirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see a notification every time I upload these videos. Press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.